Welcome to the Brand Bridge. My name is Melissa. I'm a personal brand and messaging strategist. And on this podcast, we talk about branding, marketing, faith, entrepreneurship, and everything you need to build a compromise-free brand. And so today I want to talk about clarity. I think this is a subject that can be seen as very vague sometimes, but I want to talk about what is the cost of waiting to get clarity, to get that clarity that you need in your business. So if you're watching this, I know that you are an entrepreneur, you've been in business for a while, you're an expert at what you do, but now you're ready to move on. Now you're ready to go to the next step of your business. You want to do speaking, you want to do podcasts, you want to do keynotes. So you want to be out there more, sharing your expertise with a bigger audience. You're looking for visibility, you're looking for building authority. And so you are probably in a season where you're going to the next step, but you're waiting because you don't know how to take that next step. So what is actually the cost of waiting? I want to just give you a little something here to think about. I want to give you a bit of a perspective shift, because I feel like you're not waiting for clarity. You're waiting for permission. You're waiting for that idea to strike so that you can be like, yes, that's the one I've been waiting for. Your waiting is masking perfectionism. Your waiting is masking hesitation and doubt. So you're saying you're waiting for the right opportunity. You're waiting for the right moment. But what you're actually doing is being inactive. You are not making the decisions that you need to make as an entrepreneur, as someone who's building their brand, as someone who wants to take their business to the next level. You're not making the decisions that you need to make in order to get to those next levels that you have for yourself. So if you're thinking, yeah, but I'm waiting for the right time, or yeah, I need to do X, Y, and Z. I need to make sure that I have this in place and that in place. So you're waiting for this, you're waiting for that, but waiting is the riskier option, because clarity comes from action. Clarity comes from taking action. How do you know if something's going to work or not work? If you don't do it, if you don't make a decision to do it and go for it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and then you try something else. But you're not going to get closer to the decisions, to the opportunities that you are looking for. You're not going to get closer to those things if you keep waiting and waiting for this to be right and waiting for that to be right. So every week that you're waiting, that podcast position is going to someone else, that speaking position is going to someone else, because they were willing to put themselves out there, because they were willing to get the visibility and do the work that is required for you to have your name out there. Building a personal brand means you need to be visible, and you need to be not only just be visible, but you need to be visible to the right people, to the right opportunities. And that comes with understanding what your brand is, who your brand is, what is your message, what is your story. Because there's people out there with maybe less experience than you, but they're coming with boldness. They're coming and they're just speaking their perspective. And that is going to draw the attention of people and give people a chance where maybe you could have had that spot if you were more bold, if you would have just stepped out and made a decision to go and move and get the help that you need, or whatever it is that you need in this season. People are moving, and people are maybe getting the opportunities that you should have gotten. So you don't need more time. You need a plan. You don't need more time. You need to take action, because action creates clarity, not the other way around. You have to move. You have to take those steps in order to see what is going to work for you and for your brand, and to start being in places and showing up in places where the people that your audience are, where your audience is, they're gonna start seeing you and seeing the expertise that you have. Not only that, they're gonna see the message that you have. You're gonna see your story. They're gonna see, this woman really gets it. She really, really gets where I'm coming from. We have to work with her. We have to hire her. She has something to say. We need to put her on our podcast. We need to have her in our conference. She has such a clear perspective. She has such a strong, different perspective than other people that I've seen. Let's hire her. Let's see if we can work with her. So tell me, what is it that you are going to do today that is going to get you closer to where you want to be? What decision are you going to make today to get the clarity that you are looking for in terms of getting visibility, building that authority, making connections? What is it that you are going to do today? What is the decision that you're sitting on right now? The one that you've been waiting to, get a sign for to go, when you've already gotten so many signs, you've already gotten so many things that already told you, go, do this now. So don't let fear and doubt get in your way. You can do this. You have been equipped. You have the skills. You have the gift, and you have the talent. So make that decision, be an action taker, and go. So thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I hope that it gave you some motivation, and not only motivation, I hope it gave you some drive, some fire under you that you need to go. Stop waiting and make that decision that you've been keeping to the side and go. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Welcome to the Brand Bridge. My name is Melissa. I'm a personal brand and messaging strategist, and you found this. No. Welcome to the Brand Bridge. My name is Melissa, and you have found, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. See, I need to make sure that I have this in place and that in place. I'm recording. Okay, but Naya, can you? What do you want?
I want to show you my pizza.
Okay, just give me like 10 minutes so I can finish this, and then.
It's gonna melt. Can I show you a picture?
No, I don't, I'm using my camera for my video. Okay, wait, I'll come up quick. I don't even remember what I was saying. Yeah.
You only put it on to heat that one there?
I mean, I haven't taken it off.
Oh, it's still warm in here.